Your question, I think is very important. I think from my experience, a lot of the times it can be difficult to get into work, and most importantly, I think sometimes people feel deflated when they have to go through that process of going to the job centre and applying for jobs and having to apply constantly and not getting any success. I think what's important is working with social enterprises and charities to make sure we put initiatives where people can go to and build their confidence. I think that's one of the key things. I run a CV workshop, and sometimes I have events where I chair in Parliament, where we bring young people into Parliament and we talk through the job process and also help them with interview practice. I have a friend who's been looking for a job and he's been quite deflated. So I think where the council can help is supporting local initiatives that come together to help people into employment, and also support more training, especially for people who are out of education. You know, I've constantly tried my best to get a better education myself, because I actually had a horrible time going through the school education system. So I think it's working and being proactive, but supporting people and being a foundation that people can use to step up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was you talking to him or talking to us? Because you're looking at him.
I was talking to John because he asked the question, so I thought I'll face him.
It was our question. It's us that are asking you the questions.
Okay.
You should be talking to us, not to him.
All right. Can I? Sorry. Thanks for your contribution. Can I just clarify then? The candidates will answer each question. Obviously, the candidates will answer it as they think appropriate. It's a good idea, of course, to address it to the whole audience.
Yes, very good idea.
Okay. Thank you. Zia? Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. John, thanks for your question. So I spent about 20 years in the charity sector, and often we find there's a lot of help out there, whatever you need is with unemployment or disease, or social issues, or whatever you need help with. And often we find that actually having a central hub where you can come together, actually ask for help and have someone to help you navigate those sorts of help can be quite useful. So if we can as a council try and find ways to actually signpost things better, there's a lot of help out there. That's pretty much the sort of thing we'll be looking at.
All right. Thanks very much. David?
Thank you, John. Well, we do have quite an impressive array of support within Greenwich. So we have the Greenwich Labour and Local Business Scheme, which does support a lot of local people into work and is active here in Barnfield as well as other points in the ward. We've had the Hill Scheme, which has helped local people helping on transport projects and so forth, young unemployed people. And the council also sort of recruited people to caretaking other roles who've been for 6 months and so forth, to give them the training. But we can do much more. Our procurement, the council spends millions on procurement, but we haven't really fully used the 2012 Social Value and Contract Act to ensure that our spending as a council is actually, as far as possible, benefits local businesses and benefits local jobs. So it's taking that through the supply chain, which many good businesses and other councils do, I think is really important. And then there's sort of... Sorry? Time up. Okay, thank you.
Lucy, you need to give 20 seconds before the end. So the speaker's actually prepared for the time up in future. Right. Thanks. Okay, Dave, do you okay to finish now?
Excuse me, Chair. Do you know after they've all answered, can we put points like they do in question time, Mr. Dimble?
No, because we've got 27 questions and we've got to get through all these questions if we can. So if there is a chance within this to open it up to the floor, I will do it. But I'm also going to keep the time
That's
here.
fair
Yeah?
enough,
So I'm just trying to be fair to everybody. Iris?
Yes, thank you very much for your question, John. I think it's a relevant question for this time we're in. Given that I know there's stats out there showing the unemployment rate, but I just want to share with you what I would do or how I would approach it to improve things. I think if elected, what I'll do, I think I'll work with the local councillors, my fellow councillors, to ensure that there are opportunities available for not just for people coming in, but for local people. So that the council is working, ensuring that the council is employing local people. So looking at the employment strategy that's been taken, looking at the graduate program, signposting residents to GLAB so that they can work, encourage local business to advertise with GLAB, and also looking at the projects which a council are getting, just making sure that the council are procuring to the small business like David has said.
Right, thanks very much.